Demon1 went from doubted rookie to world champion in less than a year, leading many to call him the best in the world.
The moment you got on this team, you just want to prove everyone wrong.
Oh yeah, fuck the haters, respect my fucking name, I'm the best player in this game!
Best player!
But now, he's stuck on agents he barely plays for a team that has no idea how to use him. So was Demon1 truly one of the greats? Or was his greatness never real to begin with? Welcome to Sinistry. Today we're diving into the mysterious case of Demon1, once the most feared duelist in the world, now struggling to stay relevant. Most videos will tell you Demon1 fell off because of team changes, playstyle shifts, or meta changes. And sure, those played a part. But in this video, I'm diving into a perspective that almost no one is talking about. I've heard it mentioned here and there, but it's never been the main focus. And honestly, I think it should be. Because this didn't just happen to Demon1, it's a pattern we've seen with plenty of champions who rose to the top, only to fall just as fast. Let's dive in. Demon1 stepped into the big stage as an unproven underdog. Hungry, determined, and with everything to prove.
They're putting BCJ on the bench, and thinking that's a little bit crazy. That's your experience. That's probably your most skilled player. So who are they going to bring in out of their 10-man roster? Demon1, the person with the least amount of experience.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous.
By the time the dust settled, Demon1 was not just a contender, he became a champion. There was no debate. Demon1 became one of the top players in the scene, prompting everyone to respect his name. But come next season, he went to a new team, and everything with it changed. As a result, his stats regressed when compared to his 2023 run. Like I said earlier, most videos blame the usual suspects. Team changes, meta shifts, playstyle differences, but almost nobody talks about how the player themselves changes. You see, before Demon1 became the demon that he is now, he was just another player, falling on his face time and time again. He needed to change. He needed to be maniacal in his work ethic to get to the level he attained in their championship run. He was hungry. He got a chip on his shoulder. He's got something to prove. He was angry. He was hateful. And that fire and passion is what turned him into a world beater kind of player. But after winning Champions 2023, he'd proven himself. His hunger satisfied. The chip on his shoulder, gone. The hate and the anger melted into triumph. He had reached the top. No more problems, no more worries, just silence. What I'm trying to say is that it takes an incredible amount of effort for a person to do all of this. And in this league, hard work alone doesn't guarantee anything. No matter how much you grind, there's no promise you'll ever reach the top. It's heavy carrying everything at once. So when you finally achieve that thing you've been striving for, there's a wave of release. Like you've been holding your fart for too long. And when that moment hits, all of the things that once fueled you, it does not burn the same anymore. And all of this is what I call the champion's curse. Sure, you still want to prove yourself, but getting back into that same mentality, that's the real battle. The war you fought so hard to win is over, and now you have to ask yourself, am I really willing to go through it all again? And that's the hard part, because when you stumble, when things start slipping, there's always that little voice in the back of your head whispering, I've already done it before. Whatever it is, it's no big deal anymore. We can see glimpses of this from Demon1's perspective just by looking at his Twitter. During his peak, he was so locked in that he always had time to send one back to the haters. But after winning champs, he has learned to let go. He doesn't bother with that noise anymore. Because why waste energy clapping back at thousands of faceless nobodies when you've already proven what you can do? At some point, it just stops making sense. As I said at the start, team dynamics, playstyle shifts, and meta changes all played a role in this. But in my opinion, the biggest reason behind Demon1's fall isn't any of those. It's the champion's curse. Why, you ask? Well, when it comes to meta changes, a great player will dominate no matter what. Just look at Aspas, Jogimo, or maybe even Second. And if you really think about it, can Demon1 be considered one of the GOATs to begin with? Because during his time on NRG, there's no denying Demon1 was misused. Stuck as a primary entry when he thrives as a secondary entry or insert player. But here's the thing, a truly great player rises to the occasion no matter what. Has there ever been a player who has done this before? I can think of a single example. Damn, man. Maybe my mind has forsaken me. Could Demon1 beat the curse?
Sure!
On paper, sure. He already has the track record. But watching him now, That passion and fire that pushes players through adversity, I'm not sure if it's still there. Because if it was still there, we'd have seen it by now. Yet here we are, the Champion's Curse still undefeated. You fight like hell to reach the top, only to realize that the fire that got you there doesn't burn the same. The mountain flattens, the obsession that once consumed you, now just another checkbox. Some chase new highs, some get comfortable, others just fade. Now that I've made my point, let's take a quick dive on the other factors that affected Demon1's decline. So, Demon1 signing with Energy, I wouldn't say it was a terrible move, but the way they handled roles was definitely ass tier. You've got someone like Victor, who was undoubtedly the Raze main on the team.
What are you doing?
Yet for some reason, they shoved him into the Sentinel role. Now, I get that you can't just stick Demon1 on smokes because Marv is there, but let's be real, Marv could have flexed into the Sentinel role instead. If he didn't want to, well, that's just an unfortunate situation all around. Either way, it felt like a waste of resources to sign Demon1 and not set him up for success. Chet must still be crying right now. That man wasted his chicken nugget salary just to get those results. Or maybe not, because he did all of this. He was the coach of this team, for fuck's sake, man. Now Leviatan, it's happening again. It baffles me how these teams can't unlock at least 80% of Demon1's power. So far this season, Leviatan has had no success. They've been trying out different looks with roles, but the recent moves were a total disaster. People are starting to raise an outcry for Demon1. Because despite having 2 Viper mains on the roster, the team decided that Demon1 is apparently the chosen one, and that he's best suited for the Viper role. I mean, talk about asking a fish to climb a tree, right? And for some reason, King is now suddenly the team's duelist. Nah, but in all seriousness, I get what they're trying to do, but it's just not working out. I don't know what it is, but I guess they're using stage 1 solely for experimentation until they find the right combination. But honestly, I don't know if they have that luxury because Mr. Fernando is getting impatient and things might shake up soon. And here's the thing, we can blame teams, metas, or even the pressure of fame, but the Champion's Curse? It is undefeated because it's not about the game, it's about the player. Demon1's 2023 run was a masterclass in proving the haters wrong and wanting it more. Now, the question isn't whether he's washed or if Energy or Leviatan failed him, it's whether he can find a reason to want it that badly again that determines if he can make his way back to the top. At the end of the day, the Champion's Curse isn't some mystical force, it's just a simple cause and effect. You fight like hell to prove yourself. You win, and suddenly, the stakes don't feel the same. The competition evolves, but you don't. Teams misread your strengths, metas shift, and that relentless drive, it fades into comfort. That's not an excuse though, it's just reality. Maybe Demon1 bounces back, maybe he doesn't. In Valorant, careers move fast and legacies aren't built on one championship. They are built on what comes after. So yeah, you can blame Energy's role chaos or Leviatan's experiments, but the real issue? Staying at the top requires reinventing oneself. And not everyone has the will to do it, especially if you've already proven it before. So, I want to hear from you. Is the Champion's Curse real, or is it just an excuse we make for players who can't adapt?
Your favorite players that used to be Jet 1 tricks and Chamber 1 tricks are no longer good. They need to adapt to the game. No! Do people not build a team around a star player? I mean, bro, the problem is the stars sometimes just can't do it no more, bro. The game changes, bro.
Is this just how esports work? New kings rise while old champions fade, or can the greats truly stay on the top forever? Let me know in the comments. That's it for the video. Like if you enjoyed, sub for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!